Gan. Now then,
Welcome to
the Roundy Roundy.
episode.
All right.
Do you know what?
6.
7. It's episode 7.
7.
Yes.
Is it 7?
It is 7.
Is it 7?
Feels like 707.
Right.
It is episode 7, but the first 2 aren't on YouTube because they got lost to the Twitch gods.
You mean because you didn't click the button?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no recollection of those events.
What have you eaten? I can smell your ass.
That's not me.
I can smell your ass.
That's
from here.
not me. That's someone outside.
No,
That-
it's not me. I
It
live
is.
next to a river. What? Like, there's no smell coming from a fucking river.
Yeah, you smell the teas, mate.
It is the teas.
It's not the teas.
No, that I know what you can smell, but that's not me. That's someone in this block of flats is making like a jalfrezi or something.
It does smell chickeny.
Yeah.
There was kids swimming in the teas the other day when I was walking.
There's what, sorry? Children swimming?
There was children swimming in the teas.
Oh.
Like where the canal is.
You need to move your microphone a little bit because I've noticed that.
Me?
Because you turn your head towards Jamie.
Oh, it cuts out.
Yeah. So it's like have it pointing there and then
Cut that out.
No,
Fuck-
leave it in.
fuck me,
This is
right.
real life. This is real life.
Fuck me.
Just trying to,
Raw.
So there was kids in the canal
Yeah.
swimming, and I just thought, fucking covered in poo. Them
Definitely shut the bed.
Yeah, definitely.
covered in poo.
Yeah.
Definitely
Loads
shut
of
the bed.
cholera.
Dysentery.
Loads of pissing out your ass.
Just Victorian diseases.
Yeah, just every 19th century disease, basically.
Were you swimming in the river earlier today? Is that why you're pissing out your ass?
Me? No.
No.
Oh, he might have been.
No, I wasn't swimming in the room, mate.
Are you sure?
Mate, I just had baked beans before an hour and a half of jiu-jitsu. That's what's
Why
happening
would
to me.
anybody do that?
Because they were in. They were in, and I didn't want to have to fuck around with chicken.
Baked beans or baked beans and sausage?
It was just baked beans. Heinz, though.
That's a proper. That's a proper pauper's tea. That like isn't it?
Do you
Baked
reckon?
beans and super noodles. It's fucking mint.
Baked beans and super noodles.
Mate, that is like the height of struggle meals. It's the
You're a
perfect
fucking
struggle.
animal. You shut up.
That's what I want. Anyway, is 2024 going to be the end of Red Bull racing?
Well,
No.
I mean, no.
Define end, like
Or they're going to be
Control Alt Delete, or
the end of their dominance?
just the dominance, right? At least it's 2024. Did you say?
Yeah, this year.
No,
Do you think next year?
2026 maybe.
So this year is going to be the new regs is going to be the death of them.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's been a lot of rumblings from Zach and Toto where they've been basically getting interviewed and going, we've seen an awful lot of CVs from people at Red Bull recently. Ever since Adrian fucking binned it.
I think there's too much getting put on this Adrian Newey thing. I'm kind of over it.
Sorry, just the way Tyler moved his mics just like fucking tickled me big time. So,
I need space.
oh, right. So, yeah, no, I think I'm with you, and I was a culprit for making a big thing out of it. But to be honest, I think it's quite easy to forget that there is a massive team under him. He's obviously got some kind of direction, but I don't think he has. I don't think he's got as much influence as he used to have back in the day. And then I think the media are just like, "Oh my god, yeah, like something to talk about because the season's shit." So. I think I'm with you though. Like, but I do like the idea that Ferrari are going to be up there when he starts there. I like that idea.
It's been a while since we've heard the national anthem, innit?
We still don't know if he's going to Ferrari.
Oh yeah, we don't, do we?
No, but just in general, like
But he is. But we don't know that. But he's definitely going.
Even if he does, Ferrari have still got the same pit crew.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but they've been mint this season.
So-
yeah, they were good last.
They'll put the
Miami.
wrong tyres on Leclerc's car.
Touch wood, they've not done that yet.
But
There's always time.
next season they've got hammer time.
Oh, there's a question. Is Bono off? Does Bono hand his CV in?
I don't know where did Bono come from.
Bono goes bon voyage.
That will be the headline. If that, well, it'll be someone's tweet.
Should work
I
for
don't
the
say
Sun,
headline.
mate.
It's not like it's getting in the Sun, is it, or whatever? But like it'll be someone's tweet. Will be Bono says bon voyage to Benz. They love alliteration, don't they?
Could be an episode title for the Roundy Roundy. That
Can I just ask, what are we actually talking about today?
Yeah, it was silly season.
Silly
Are
season.
is this silly season conversation?
Yeah,
silly
yeah. So this was the start of it. Was that? And
Right.
then yeah,
Silly
the Newey thing. And I think we were floating ideas around having predictions. So my prediction is he's off to Ferrari.
Yeah. Bono goes wherever Lewis goes.
Do you think?
Yeah, of course he does.
I think Ferrari. I think Lewis ends up with whoever signs team engineers.
No, I don't think that Lewis would, because hasn't Bono been with Lewis since McLaren, since he started?
I don't think so.
Oh, Jamie's looking at something.
He's on.
I'm picking up the thing that I found before we started recording. So Sky Sports F1 on Instagram have announced that Ferrari had to change Charles Leclerc's race engineer from next race in Imola. Brian Botzi, Charles Leclerc's current performance engineer, will take over as his race engineer. So that's not really relevant to what we were looking at before. I can't find it. I'll find it. There's two people from Mercedes that are going off to Ferrari. And there we go, got it. So Ferrari signed key Mercedes duo. I'm sorry for anyone that knows how to pronounce this. Like Serra and Jerome D'Ambrosio. The duo will join Ferrari on October the 1st with Serra as head of chassis performance engineering and D'Ambrosio as deputy team principal. Now, I honestly have no idea what influence they have in Mercedes, but the way that it's going.
Is this like the paint engineer thing?
I don't know, like head of chassis performance engineering and deputy team principal sounds like a big deal, doesn't it? And then in the comments, people are saying that Bono will be next.
I mean,
isn't Bono like head engineer as well as he's like head of strategy or something as well as Lewis's engineer? He's not just Lewis's engineer. Like he's got another higher up job.
I'm not too sure. I don't know, if I'm honest.
the thing is with this silly season stuff, unless it's a driver or a team principal, do we really care where they go?
I think it depends who.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do we really care where Bono goes?
No, I don't personally.
Or a fucking chassis engineer?
It's more just showing the cracks, isn't it? So it's like if
100% the cracks. But do you not think that people change roles within Formula One all the time? But we're hearing about it more now because
Twitter's
the godfather of Formula One has announced that he's leaving Red Bull. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I do.
I'm going to make him a chassis you can't refuse.
You know, like, I bet that there's
Christian Horner waking up with a
technicians
horse's head in his fucking
and
bed.
people working for McLaren who just fuck off and go work for Alpine and vice versa and all this. But the fact that Newey is leaving and that was such massive news, now as soon as somebody else...
Unless the thing that Toto's trying to imply, and I could be reading into this too much, but a lot of people left Mercedes and went to Red Bull, I believe, over the last few seasons. So is it that Newey's gone, so they're like, oh,
Can we have our job back?
I want to go back now.
Maybe.
We didn't really hear about that, did we?
No, just in like trashy Twitter.
Like
do you know what I mean?
trashy Twitter, you know, like the dregs of the internet, basically, with people reporting on it that have nothing else better to say.
I think you're right there. Sky F1 are trying to just hook simps like me into going, ooh, someone's left Mercedes and gone to Ferrari.
Well, it's it's to sucker anybody in, isn't it?
Do you think it
it's
depends?
it's to
I bet if
create a narrative that, you know, you opened the episode just now saying, is Red Bull's dominance over because Adrian Newey's leaving? And
so if it was just Newey leaving, I wouldn't have said that. But the fact that we've had two team principals come out and go, we're getting an awful lot of Red Bull CVs in.
right,
That
sounds
sounds like...
is that not just...
Or is it rats fleeing a sinking ship?
Or is that not just team principals of other teams being shithouses?
Well, they're all shithouses, aren't they? So
But this is exactly my point. You know, is this something that is like fucking Drive to Survive, absolute prime viewing of like Zach Brown just going, oh yeah, we've got fucking loads of CVs coming from Red Bull, like, it's funny as, and it's bullshit, really.
here's a conspiracy theory.
You know, I'm all about a conspiracy theory. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I just have a no bullshit meter today, I think.
Okay.
Netflix pulling strings.
Next question.
Do you think Netflix are like getting people to manipulate drama that isn't drama for the telly?
I mean, in reality, it probably wouldn't surprise me.
Because if say Zach gets
I don't
a lot,
think so.
If McLaren get a lot more like screen time in Drive to Survive, does that mean they get more advertising and stuff? So like if I'm the team principal of, let's pick a shit team, Haas, bless them, do I make a point of getting on screen more? So what's their
I mean, they're going to have 2 episodes to themselves anyway.
No, but even without that, do you like manufacture shit that's worth Netflix?
I think all of this,
even if it's bollocks,
wordplay and Mickey Mouse bullshit school ground games that is going on in Formula One has always happened. But the fact that we now have Twitter and we have Drive to Survive, we just see it more.
And the actual racing is pretty boring at the minute.
And the actual racing is shite.
it's meant to be even more shite in 2026 as well, isn't it? Because it's
a shame, really.
All based on, it's going to be like, my fucking brain's gone, but like it's going to be an even harder to overtake.
See, the thing is that
I don't think overtaking is the issue. I just think you've just got a gulf of teams that can't compete with one team, and then you've got like 3 teams that are absolutely shit.
Yeah, like when you watch older races, it like I was going through the archives on F1 TV and just found a random one, and I honestly can't remember what it was, but there was about 3 or 4 teams competing for the top 3, and they were just changing loads over and over and over. Like, it just felt very unpredictable.
Physics is physics, so this is what has always boggles my brain: is physics is still physics and maths is still maths, right?
Yeah.
And all these people are good enough engineers to be in the sport. And 2 + 2 is 4, no matter what team you're working for.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do they not just all come to the same conclusion about what car they use?
Because it's an interpretation of the rules.
Yeah.
And that's why Adrian Newey, in particular, is really good, because he can read through these rule sets and interpret it in a way that can give him an advantage, whereas anyone else will just look at the rules and go, oh, well, I can't think of a way to get around that. But he can look at it and go, oh, well, the way that's worded is that means I can actually do this thing, which will give me a performance advantage. And I know I've mentioned his book about 1,000,000 times, but he goes on about that, like how to position, where to position certain things in the car and stuff, and how to get around the regs, around, like, to do it so that you've got an advantage. That's how he came up with a double diffuser. Which
Like
is pretty min.
the only way that you would make it more of a level playing field would be that
Stock
you
cars, NASCAR.
Just like Super Formula. Yeah. Like literally all same spec.
But I think it's part of Formula One is the constructors. I think
It's all the whole innovation thing, isn't it? Like,
I don't think that you go that far.
you could cost cap it.
You have a cost cap, and you say everybody has the same chassis.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to use the same chassis, and everybody's got to be the same width. Everybody's got to be the same length. All that. Cost cap, you're only allowed to spend this amount of time in the tunnel, this amount of time doing this amount of time doing that.
Isn't that what they do now, though?
But it's not with the chassis and stuff, is it?
No, I suppose.
And the way you come
Like,
is how much money you get. So, like, that's why there's always such a scrap for, like, 6. Because that's the difference between having, like, an extra 50 million.
Like, have your own engines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But kind of what I'm getting at is bring it back to tuning the engine being the advantage. Whoever tunes their engine the best. And this is very simple terms because I know there's like 6 different brake settings and all this sort of stuff. But surely that's one of the only ways to make it more of a level playing field.
No, it's like you've all got a sheet of paper and you've all got the same bit of paper and the same pen. Who can draw the prettiest thing, basically?
Yeah,
that's what you've got the same raw materials.
Which, on paper, is what they get with the rules. But it's interpreted.
Yeah.
Interpreted. So
I thought it was interpreted.
It's interpreted.
Oh. Well, there you go.
I didn't want to correct Jamie, but the fact that both of you have done it wrong. Interpreted. You can Google it. Interpreted sounds. It's like, God, I haven't got anything specific to say. That's the worst.
It's fucking right, mate.
yeah, but it's easy to say.
We look like proper sausages here.
Who looks like a sausage?
You and me.
I don't look like a sausage.
Interpreted.
Interpreted.
Fine. Anyway.
Sorry, interpreted. Please correct me because we're going to record this and put it on the internet.
Well, I have now. But yes, no, I agree. I think the money should be flipped, possibly. So if you're Red Bull and you're fucking battering everyone, should the person who comes last get more money rather than the one who wins?
But then there's no incentive
There's no
for winning.
incentive to win. And there's no incentive for sponsors.
There is, because you wouldn't keep your driver.
No, but the partners and that. Think about it. If you're multi-million-pound business, you won't see anything.
Cost cap, same chassis. You can have any engine supplier you want.
How would a NASCAR do it?
NASCAR's literally the same car, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah. Is that why it's
Yeah, but it's shit though.
That's not NASCAR.
It's just going round.
It is the purest form of the Roundy Roundy.
It's just going round in a circle.
Actually,
An oval.
NASCAR and, I hate to say it, but fucking Speedway are the purest forms of the Roundy Roundy.
Speedway's god off.
Or fucking chariot racing or something.
Speed.
Shout out to BSN though.
Ben Hur is the purest form of the Roundy Roundy.
Bring back chariot racing.
Yeah, but shout out.
So yeah, going back to 2024 silly season. Andrea Kimi Antonelli, the Mercedes Junior.
Yes.
So there are now rumours flying around on fellow YouTube channels that he might be taking Sargent's seat.
I can see that. Who's going into Mercedes then? There's only one name. I want to hear from both of you.
Do you bring Bottas back for you?
Valtteri Bottas.
Who's the F1 pundit with the black hair whose name I forgot, who drives to survive? Love him. You know the one I mean?
Oh, the really dramatic guy that...
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoever is going to win the race
I want to say
will get
Buxton.
maximum points.
Is his name
Yeah,
Buxton?
but it might be Buxton. But he was on a podcast and he basically went, his money's on Andretti?
Yeah.
To be in Mercedes for a year. And they just... Antonelli, and they write it off for a year and they just embed him in the team and embed him in the car for a year. So when the new regs start, he's off to a fucking flying start.
Yes,
with George.
I've heard that as well. So what he put
he
him
got
in
the
Mercedes
youngest
for a year? You say?
Yeah,
Or put
because
him
hasn't
in-
he just been given the youngest super license ever because he's only 17 or something? Like he was too young to get it.
So
and
he's
they had-
not quite there yet. The last I heard was that it's being appealed because he doesn't even actually have like a road license either, because of where he's from Italy, I think, and you have to be 18 before you can get a an actual driving license. So the super license says that you've got to have X number of points, which he's already got, but you've got to be over the age of 18 or over, and you've got to have a road license. So, but these are trying to get like a
you can clearly drive a car just on a track, kind of.
So they're trying to
leave
get
it
an
out.
exemption for him, which is interesting, really, that they're doing that. Like this always.
It depends when his birthday is, because if they want to get him in next season and his birthday is like after the start of the season.
Yeah, but why can't FIA just say no, mate? Like it's the rules. This is what just causes all of this aggro with F1, isn't it?
Because courts and that.
It's just stupid. Like why bother having him? It's a whole different.
It's because the
topic,
FIA is isn't the FIA under another organisation? There's an
It's
organisation.
the FIA board or body that's making the decision, but it goes
But there's
back.
a board above the FIA because it's like World Motorsport or something, isn't it? That, and then the FIA report to them. It's like the FA and FIFA. There's an organisation above the FIA.
They're just shitting inconsistent. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
They were shitting inconsistent with the cost cap with Red Bull because they gave him a slap on the wrist.
Remember the whole Ferrari thing? With
The Ferrari thing, where they wouldn't disclose what Ferrari did wrong for some unknown reason. Shite.
There's that whole thing
Anyway.
when they were trying to get rid of what's his name? The guy who run it with Bicky. You know, he run it with Bernie. Was it? Wasn't Mosley? Was it?
Don't know, mate.
Because they basically were just like, we're not racing unless you fuck off. And he was like, no. Because there was that whole drama. It was back in the day, this. But like, the FIA really are. They've always been shit. And you've also got that, no, Michael.
Yep, that as well. That was bad.
The whole sport's a bit fucked, really.
Yeah, we should have done a podcast about literally anything else. You know what else? You know what else is really good? Trains a bit. Let's start
Trains a
talking
bit.
about trains.
Should we talk about Transport Fever 2? Go into loads of detail.
We're going to do a farm simulator stream next week.
Yeah, farm simulator. Yeah, there's the one. City
So where's
Skylines 2?
Where's Carlos actually going, do we reckon? Do you think he's
Going to
just...
Sauber.
Do you reckon?
He's going to Sauber.
Yeah.
He's going to Sauber, and he's going to sit in that car for a year on all of the money, and then Audi are going to give him a rocket ship. And that's it. Job fucking done.
Do you think Audi are going to clean house when they start?
No, I don't think they're going to clean house. I don't think they're going to win. I think 4 seasons before they win. And I think Carlos will win it. And then he's off.
Mm-hmm.
Because how old is he now? Google it. Google it.
It's like 28.
Carlos Sainz,
Yeah.
he's about 28, I think.
I thought he was a bit older than that.
Oh, 29.
29.
A bit older than that.
So 5 years, 34. Win the championship. Laters.
Go through Dachau with his dad.
Yeah.
So do you know what? I can't remember if we gave predictions for Aston Martin the other week, but I had a bit of reflection, and I actually think Checo might go there.
Well, back because it's Racing Point.
Yeah.
He's got that connect.
And take whose seat?
Stroll.
Stroll Junior.
Remember I said how long does it take for Daddy Stroll to
I don't
turn
think
into
he's
business
confirmed.
Stroll?
You know.
No, he isn't yet. I don't think.
He's not confirmed, but they also haven't announced how long his contract is. They're not going to get rid of Lance Stroll.
They should do.
I think they will, mate. I think
I
that,
don't think they will.
Mate, he's not qualified to deliver a car door, let
If you
alone
think
drive
about-
a fucking F1 car.
if you think about it, it's as much as he has loads of cash, it'll probably come down to sponsorship. Like if he's not adding value,
It's not going to be until the new regulations come in. We've got at least another year with
you
Lance
reckon?
Stroll.
You reckon he'll get renewed for a year? then
Well,
ta-ra.
it won't even be renewed because we don't know how long his contract is because it's undisclosed.
Danny Ricks.
He's the only one on the grid that doesn't have a bread and butter contract.
Interesting.
You got to think who's got. So let's get up because Danny Rick's not confirmed yet, is he? Sonoda's confirmed. I think the two from Alpine are confirmed. Haas have got a seat going.
I don't think the two from Alpine are confirmed.
I think they are, aren't they?
Just trying to find like an actual page that.
Albon's confirmed.
Right, so Lance Stroll has a rolling contract,
Right.
according to motorsportmagazine.com. So at stake, Bottas and Zhou, both 2024.
Yeah.
Tsunoda and Ricciardo, both 2024.
Mm.
Ocon 2024. Pierre Gasly multi-year deal, so I assume that means he's not up for renewal.
Right.
Alonso multi-year deal, which we know. Lance Stroll rolling contract. Charles Leclerc beyond 2026. Signs obviously this year. Hülkenberg goes to Sauber. Magnussen's contract 2024. Lando Norris is renewed. Piastri's renewed. George Russell 2025. Lewis Hamilton moving to Ferrari in 2025. Verstappen 2028. Perez this year. Albon multi-year deal. Sargent this year. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Seat's gone.
Just, yeah. This year.
Do you think Yuki goes into the big boy car?
No.
Okay.
Why do I feel like Ricciardo might, even though he shouldn't?
Because when Christian's not asking for nudes off the work, women at work, he's asking for the nudes off Daniel.
I mean, he could. He could go in.
Why?
I think there's more chance of Alex Albon going back in.
I wouldn't. I would. It's
Not this year.
not.
I don't
It's a
think.
different company, though, isn't it? They can just shuffle people around they want between RB and Red Bull. But he'll if Albon's got a contract at Williams, it's different.
He's still on
I think he got
the
broke.
Red Bull books.
I thought he was broken off.
He's not
That was the
anymore.
whole point.
No, I don't think he
Broke
was.
him away. Because I'm sure that was the crack that Williams were trying to find a way to break his contract. Is that another Google?
Right, so get
Google it.
a notepad up
Okay.
and we'll do our prediction for the grid now. Can we make a tier maker?
We're gonna do a tier. We're gonna do a. We would need Apple TV to get that up on the screen so we could all see it.
Oh yeah, true.
And we didn't bring it. Is there a race this weekend? We should really know these things.
Yeah, it's similar.
I'm fucking shit. Okay.
So how many of us are away for it?
Me. No. Weekend coming.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm here for the weekend.
You're here for it. You here for it?
I'm like,
It's the weekend after I'm away.
So we're gonna do that live.
well, we'll record it, but we're not gonna.
Yeah, we'll watch it. Yeah,
Yeah,
watch
we'll
it
watch
and record it.
Right. Notepad. McLaren.
What's this for? Sorry,
This is our prediction
For the grid next year.
The grid next year.
And then when you should be doing work, Jamie, you're going to get on Figma so I can put it on the
so
gram.
McLaren as
So McLaren is sorted. So
they're
that's
both
Lando
sorted.
Norris and Piastri.
Piastri.
yeah, Charles Street.
So Red Bull, we've got Max.
Just auto corrected it to pastry.
Pastry.
Oscar Pastry.
Oscar Pastry.
I'm gonna leave that.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so Norris and Oscar Pastry.
Yeah. You've got Red Bull, which has got Max.
Yeah.
Ferrari is
Charles
and
Sir Lewis.
Lewis.
Sir Lewis.
Yes.
Put some respect.
Alpine, you've got Gasly.
Aston, you've got
You've got Stroll.
you've got Alonso
Fernando.
and Stroll's on a roll in, so he's a question mark.
Yep.
He's there.
I don't think he is. Mate.
Stop it.
Promise you.
He's there.
Promise you.
Right.
They
Have
need
you
to
wrote
start
that,
doing
have you got
something.
that down?
I've got Alpine and Aston.
Right.
So Mercedes is
Williams,
Williams is Albon only. At the minute.
Albon,
Haas.
Mercedes.
Is George.
George.
Yeah.
Haas is question for both.
Yeah. So then you've got Haas, Sauber,
Sauber's Hülkenberg.
and RB Racing.
So Sauber is Hulkenberg and then what was the other one?
RB Racing.
RB.
Kick, Racing Point, Visa, PayPal, Just Eat,
I'll put
Red Bull, or whatever they're called.
V Carb. So we've got they're both up, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Right. So let's start with the big ones. So my prediction is genuinely Carlos to Sauber.
Yeah, that was what I would be daft.
So you two both think Carlos to
Mm. So the question on that is, because Audi specifically wanted a German driver, right?
Yep.
They've got one.
Do they want two?
No.
What if they do?
They want someone who can drive. Who's another German on the grid?
No, I think he thinks Vettel's coming. Vettel is not coming back.
No.
Mickey.
Oh, Mick. No, he's doing.
Is he doing Formula E or something? Or like
He's,
Le Mans? Or,
He's doing endurance stuff.
oh.
I think he's pretty settled there.
Where are Carlos then? Or Carlos?
So
Right. So for me then, because I don't think it is Carlos. I don't know. I'll come back to him. I'll come back to that one.
well, you can have Tyler's choices, my choices, and your choices if you want.
Yeah. So I've put here Spenno and Tyler, Carlos, Jamie. Nothing.
Right.
Haas.
Haas.
Fucking hell.
Behrman
Yep.
and
I think they'll keep Magnussen. I think he's been playing the team game so much this season that they'll keep him on.
do you know what? Yeah, I'll go Magnussen. I'll go Magnussen for one more season.
I think I'm going to be boring and agree with you because I can't see them doing two rookies again after the Mickens.
Mazza spin.
Mazzy spin
The only other
shenanigans.
one I can think of would be Zhou.
Oh yeah, Ferrari links, suppose. Because
Be Zhou and Behrman.
I still think it would be Magnussen.
I still think Magnussen though.
They need that experience, don't
Yeah.
Isn't Giovinazzi still doing stuff? Is he? Is he
It's-
like a third driver or
they?
something?
He's a third driver, I think, and he's a reserve for Ferrari.
Oh yeah, might be
He's
that.
Ferrari's reserve.
Yeah, could be Giovinazzi.
Could be.
We will see.
I still think it's Magnussen.
Yeah, same.
So Mercedes, Russell,
And the kid.
and Valtteri Bottas for me.
Right, so Spenno. I think it's Bottas. You think it's
I think it's the kid. And Antonelli. What's it? whatever.
Andrea Kimi Antonelli.
Antonelli. Yeah, him. The man.
Okay.
Right.
I think Esteban Ocon's going to Mercedes.
Oh, that's a rogue choice. That
Toto's his manager, isn't he?
is he.
That's the only reason why I think.
Yeah, he's like the
Because Ocon was their reserve driver when he got booted.
That is. I can genuinely see that.
Ocon, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why I think that going to Red Bull is because I think Carlos is going to Red Bull. But I know you guys have said Audi.
So we'll do Red Bull then.
I genuinely have no idea.
All right. So I don't know, but I want Yuki. I want them to give Yuki a go for a season, and then in the new regs get someone who's capable.
I genuinely think it's Perez.
You think Perez has got renewal?
I think Perez gets a renewal for a year.
Yeah, maybe. maybe. I'd like. That's probably the more realistic outcome, but I'd like to see them put some fresh meat in there. You know what you're getting with Perez, and Perez doesn't seem that arsed about being a world champion anymore. Like, I think he understands
But
that.
they don't want him to be world
I was going to
champion.
say...
No, that's what I'm saying, but I think he's happy. He's resided himself to the fact that he's number 2.
Yeah, I think Racing Bulls go with Yuki and some Red Bull Academy.
Who was the kid who did it instead?
Yes. What about him? Liam Lawson?
Liam Lawson, that's who I think gets
Yeah,
it. I don't
that's a
think
good
Danny
one.
Ricciardo's anywhere near an F1 seat next season.
Yeah, Liam Lawson.
I'd agree with you on the Lawson one.
Because they were going to sack him off after China, weren't they? But, or was it Sargent that was getting sacked off? One of them, either Ricciardo or Sargent, was like on very thin ice. According to F1.
So who's the second driver for V-Carb then? We're all saying Lawson.
For who?
For RB.
Well, I'm saying Yuki.
You think it's Yuki?
You think it's Yuki?
I think Yuki.
I'm going to go with Yuki, actually.
Oh.
Now, you've put Yuki for Red Bull, so...
Yeah. So, who have we got left? Williams.
I'm still trying to figure out Sauber. Haas are done. Yeah, Williams. So, I know mine. I think it's Albon and Antonelli.
So who do you think's going to Mercedes then?
I said Ocon.
Oh, yes, you did, didn't you? Okay.
And then you guys have said Antonelli and Bottas.
I haven't said Antonelli.
No, Tyler did. You said Bottas.
I said Bottas. So I'll go with Antonelli to Williams alongside Albon.
Yep.
I think Logan gets another year.
Logie Bear.
Logie Bear.
Us Logan's got to stick together.
Fair one. Right, Aston then. Aston Martin. I've said Perez and Alonso.
Hang on. We haven't done Alpine.
You haven't said Perez because you said Perez was staying at...
I never. I said Carlos Sainz is going to Red Bull. Speno said Perez. You said Yuki.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I'll go with Perez and Alonso.
Okay. Do you think for Aston Martin, Spendog?
We haven't done Alpine yet, have we?
No, we haven't.
I think Alpine stays the same, mate. Although they hate each other, don't they?
So Alpine will be Gasly.
Yep. You're saying Gasly and Ocon as well, Tyler?
He is.
What's the other team we haven't done? Aston Martin.
You
Hey.
haven't done Aston
I
Martin.
haven't done Aston Martin.
So my prediction for Alpine is Gasly and Jack Doohan, who is their current reserve driver. He's the gadge that stepped up when Pastry went to McLaren.
I suppose it all kind of hinges on who you think's going to Mercedes, really, doesn't it? And you've because you think Ocon's off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Ocon's off. So
I think Ocon stays.
Yep. This is very... What's the word I'm looking for? Interesting.
And
You're on Aston Martin, are you?
Aston Martin, Fernando.
And Vettel.
No. And Stroll.
Okay.
really,
Yeah.
So I think we've done everyone apart
You've
from
not
me.
done- you
I've
need
not done Sauber.
yeah. You've got one seat to fill.
I think they're going to renew Joe Granu.
All right.
So, what was Tyler's picks?
So Tyler, from the top down, Red Bull, Max and Yuki, Alpine, Gasly and Ocon, Aston, Alonso and Perez, Williams, Albon and Logan, Mercedes, George and Antonelli, Haas, Behrman and Magnussen, Sauber, Hulkenberg and Carlos, V-Carb, Liam Lawson, and question mark, actually. You haven't done...
Can we just put like if we go on like WWE SmackDown versus Raw and we get the default creator wrestler logo, which is just like a great NPC thing, and just put new bloke.
New bloke.
A new bloke. Because I don't think... Actually, I think if any of the teams was going to bring a woman up, it would be that one. But I don't think we're at that point yet.
No, right. But I think the other teams have stronger female... Like Aston Martin and McLaren have got strong lady racers.
Yeah, but it's whether or not they want to give them a seat, whereas RB's like that. It's like the training wheels team, isn't it?
I suppose.
But that's another conversation.
Yeah, I don't think we're done there yet, are we?
Right, so carry on.
But yeah,
okay, so Tyler settled on new person.
Yeah, creator wrestler.
So Spenos said Max and Perez for Red Bull, Gasly and Ocon for Alpine, Alonso and Stroll for Aston, Albon and Antonelli for Williams, George and Bottas for Mercedes, Behrman and Magnussen for Haas, Hulkenberg and Carlos for Sauber, Liam Lawson and Yuki for V-Carb. I've said Max and Carlos for Red Bull, Gasly and Jack Doohan for Alpine, Alonso and Perez for Aston, Albon and Antonelli for Williams, George and Ocon for Mercedes, Behrman and Magnussen for Haas, and Hulkenberg and Zhou for Sauber, and Liam Lawson and Yuki for V-Carb. I really like the sound of mine.
I cannot see Carlos Sainz going and playing second fiddle again.
I don't think he will. I think he'll contend, and I think that's why Red Bull want him, because they want permanent 1-2. The only way you're going to get permanent 1-2 is if he can catch up to him.
Yeah, but he won't. But if he goes to Audi and they've promised him a rocket ship.
He's driving really well at the minute. He's just not got a quick enough car.
We'll see.
Interesting.
We will see.
We will see.
So
I would have said it's just a direct seat for Norris, really, innit? But he's obviously got him renewed with McLaren.
So I was literally just about to say that, because I think he's on board with their plan for 2026, isn't he? So I think McLaren
he's not going anywhere.
McLaren are the one to watch in 2026, I think, because Lando. The only reason Lando's not gone is because they're telling him something, and they're like, just stick with us for like 2 more years, because
we've got Adrian Newey around the corner.
Or even whatever, they've just got we've got it sussed.
Don't know, do you?
Like, stick with us, kid. But then Oscar's like, I think that's it's an interesting one as well, because like, which one of them's the better driver? And
they're both renewed for the same amount of time, though. They're both there for...
Like, Oscar's quicker, but he makes more mistakes. So
they could dominate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's
very
also
easily. He's
also still really new. You got to remember, he joined F1 the same time as Sargent. And look how, like, he's a lot more consistent than Sargent.
Yeah.
Keeping the car on the road.
Did they have the same amount of time in lower formulas?
Oh, I don't know. We should probably watch F2 more, really.
Considering we do a podcast about it.
Yeah.
About the sport.
So we should really know a bit more about upcoming...
It's on before, isn't it? It's like it's on before quali or something of the race, isn't it? Or something?
It's on a Saturday, yeah.
So, we've got our predictions.
Yes. We're 44 minutes into the episode.
We're going to put them out on Instagram.
On the gram.
Yeah, Jamie's going to do a little Figma.
I'll do the thing.
Jamie's going to make some nice looking graphics.
And then what do we do then? Do we say... Leave a comment about which one you think?
I'll think of something.
Yeah.
I think we should.
We want other people's opinions.
Put all three on.
Someone might completely pull someone out the bag that we haven't even thought of. Someone might think Vettel's coming back. Someone might think that Giovinazzi's coming back. Grosjean's coming back.
Winner gets a free Parmo.
I
Out
think
of us three. Obviously, we're not sending Parmesans to everyone on Instagram. We can't afford
if
that.
someone
we could
nails it in the comments, if they're like, "Yous are all full of shit. Here's the grid," and it's spot on, I will order them a takeaway. Like, so the winner wins a Parmo.
No, better than that. They come on the trip with as much Jaguar for £1,000 as possible.
Yeah, all right.
But every single driver has to be right.
Yeah, it has to be perfect.
It has to be perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Done. So,
On that, if you're a wanker, don't bother
yeah,
commenting.
if you're a wanker, don't.
But yeah,
So, race Sunday, Imola.
mm-hmm.
Always a bit of an interesting one, Imola.
We did predictions for this last week.
We did predictions. So if you haven't seen our predictions, go back and watch episode number 6.
I shall upload them. I will probably upload them as a separate thing, like the day before, as like a refresher of like, here's how we think it's gonna go, kind of crack.
Right.
Bit
Okay.
of behind the curtain.
What behind the curtain when you're sat there supposed to be doing your job? Whilst I'm actually doing
On his
my
lunch
job.
break.
On his lunch break, yeah. Right, yeah. Okay.
Big lunch.
Hashtag big lunch.
Hashtag big lunch. Hashtag got a physio. Be back in a bit.
So we will be recording the next episode this weekend, which is Imola.
Comes out Monday.
It'll be uploaded.
Comes out Wednesday.
Wednesday
Perkele.
at 8 p.m.
Yes.
8 p.m.
You're going to aggressively point at the camera again.
Well, like that.
Yeah, fuming.
We're still waiting for someone to convince Benno that NASCAR's good.
Yeah, convince me that NASCAR's good because it's still shit.
It's mint. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's still shit.
Mate.
Just go around in an oval. It's shit.
But Days of Thunder.
Yeah, but Final Destination. But whatever. Don't care.
Shake and bake.
Right.
On that note.
See you next week, everybody.
Wait. You need to
What?
subscribe, like,
subscribe,
Hit the bell.
hit the bell button, ding, ding, ding. Carl Weathers.
share it to your mum.
Share it to your best friends.
Leave a comment on Instagram about your predictions and win a free Parmo.
Do that.
Support local business.
Goodbye.
See you later.